He didn't start with fame, money, or support. Just a dream, a football, and the belief that one day everything could change. Every throw wasn't perfect, but he never stopped trying, because failure was just another step forward. While others played for fun, he trained with purpose, pushing himself harder every single day. He was tired, he was alone, but giving up was never part of his story. He watched the best players in the world, not with envy, but with belief that one day he could be there too. He knew talent wasn't enough, so he worked harder than anyone else, every morning before the world even woke up. Without fancy facilities, he built his strength with whatever he had. While others played casually, he trained like his future depended on it, because for him, it truly did. Eventually, someone noticed the effort, the discipline, and the hunger to become something more. That moment, when someone believed in him, changed everything forever. This was his first real opportunity, but standing among stronger players, doubt started to creep in for the first time. He wasn't the fastest, and he wasn't the strongest, but he refused to fall behind without a fight. He made mistakes, dropped passes, and felt the pressure building with every missed opportunity. But then, in a single moment, he proved that he belonged there just as much as anyone else. Someone was watching closely, and that quiet recognition would soon change his path forever. But not every step forward is a victory. Sometimes, the dream feels just out of reach. For a moment, he questioned everything: his effort, his ability, and his future. But deep inside, he knew quitting would erase everything he had worked for. And just when he thought it was over, one voice called him back. That second chance wasn't just an opportunity. It was the moment his real journey truly began. This was it, his first real game, where every move would matter, and every mistake would be seen by everyone watching. He tried to stay calm, but inside, his heart was racing faster than ever before in his life. When the team stepped onto the field, there was no turning back, only the chance to prove himself. In the beginning, everything felt faster, louder, and more overwhelming than he ever imagined. He hesitated, and in that 1 second, the opportunity slipped right past him. But instead of breaking him, that moment pushed him to focus harder than ever before. On the next play, he adjusted, learning in real time, and refusing to make the same mistake again. And then it happened, his first real success on the field, proving he could belong here. That moment changed everything, from doubt to confidence, from fear to belief. From that point forward, he wasn't just playing the game anymore, he was becoming part of it. As the competition grew stronger, so did the pressure, pushing him closer to his limits than ever before. This time, it wasn't just about playing well, it was about delivering when the team needed him most. In the most important moment, he failed, and the weight of that mistake hit harder than any tackle. For a second, everything went silent, and all he could hear was his own doubt. He sat there, questioning whether he truly belonged on that field at all. But sometimes, all it takes is one voice to remind you why you started in the first place. He remembered the early mornings, the empty fields, and the promise he made to himself. And in that moment, he made a decision: to rise, no matter how hard it would be. He stepped back onto the field, not as the same player who failed, but as someone ready to fight back. Didn't hesitate, and that made all the difference between failure and redemption. After the setback, he didn't just return, he came back sharper, faster, and more focused than ever before. This time, everything aligned perfectly, and he made the play that once felt impossible. He didn't stop there, he kept pushing forward, turning a simple catch into something much bigger. With every step forward, his confidence grew stronger, and the game started to slow down for him. Now, his teammates saw him differently, not as a risk, but as someone they could rely on. The coaches noticed, and for the first time, he wasn't just part of the team, he was becoming important. Even off the field, people started talking about him, about his effort, and about his potential. But success didn't change him. He kept working, knowing this was only the beginning. He was no longer chasing the dream. He was building it, step by step, with every effort he made. From doubt to belief, from failure to growth, his journey was only getting stronger with every game. That letter wasn't just an offer. It was proof that every sacrifice, every early morning, and every failure had meaning. But stepping into college football, he quickly realized this was a completely different level of competition. Here, everyone was talented, everyone was fast, and standing out meant working harder than ever before. For a moment, it felt like he was back at the beginning again, fighting to prove himself all over. So he did what he always did. He worked when no one was watching, pushing beyond his limits again. And slowly, everything started to click, as his effort began turning into real performance. He wasn't just keeping up anymore. He was becoming one of the players others had to watch. And then, the moment every player dreams of, the scouts started watching. Just playing for the team anymore. He was playing for his future. The path to the NFL wasn't guaranteed, but now, for the first time, it felt real. After everything he had been through, this moment felt closer than ever, yet still uncertain and completely out of his control. Even with the draft approaching, he didn't stop working, because he knew preparation never truly ends. This was where everything would be measured: speed, strength, and the potential to become something greater. He gave everything in every drill, knowing that even one moment could define his entire future. They weren't just watching him, they were deciding if he was ready for the biggest stage in football. Draft day, the moment every player waits for, where dreams are either realized or delayed. As each name was called, the pressure grew heavier, and the wait felt longer than ever. And then, in a single unforgettable moment, his name was finally called. That walk to the stage was more than just a moment. It was the beginning of a new life. From zero to this moment, he had made it. But the real journey was only just beginning. This was no longer a dream. This was reality. And the level of competition had never been higher. Here, everyone was faster, stronger, and more experienced, leaving no room for hesitation or mistakes. For a moment, it felt like he was starting from zero again, fighting to prove he truly belonged. In a room full of professionals, he realized that earning respect would take more than just effort. His first NFL game, the moment he had dreamed of, but also the moment that would truly test him. In that moment, everything slowed down, yet the pressure felt heavier than ever before. The speed of the game caught him off guard, reminding him that this level demanded perfection. But he didn't freeze, he adjusted, learning faster than ever. In real time. And then, it happened. His first real success at the highest level of the game. He had taken his first step, from a rookie trying to survive, to a player ready to rise. At the professional level, every opponent is a challenge, and every mistake can be exposed instantly. He tried, but this time, experience and strength held him back, reminding him how far he still had to go. In those moments, the pressure felt heavier than ever, as doubts tried to creep back in. But deep down, he remembered what got him here in the first place: hard work and persistence. He began to adapt, learning from every mistake, adjusting his game with every single play. This time, he moved differently, faster and smarter, breaking through where he once failed. And in that moment, everything changed, as he proved he could compete at the highest level. Now, the team saw him differently, not as a rookie, but as a real contributor. The coaches noticed too, recognizing the growth that came from resilience and relentless effort. He was no longer just surviving, he was rising, becoming the player he always believed he could be. Now, he wasn't just part of the game anymore. He was becoming one of the players others had to prepare for. He had mastered the game, turning every opportunity into a moment that fans would remember. This was the biggest game of his career, the moment where everything would be tested once again. In the moment that mattered most, he delivered, proving how far he had come from the beginning. The crowd celebrated, the team believed, and his journey reached a new level of recognition. But in that quiet moment, he remembered every struggle that brought him here. From the empty fields to the brightest stadiums, every step had shaped who he became. He realized the journey was never just about reaching the top, but about becoming someone stronger along the way. And somewhere, another kid was watching, dreaming the same dream he once had. From zero to NFL superstar, his story proves that belief, effort, and resilience can change everything.